Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Here is Muhammad Ijaz, student of MSc Honor Animal Nutrition at Department of Animal Sciences, University College of Agriculture, University of Sargodha. Today I am here to discuss about a managerial problem which occurs due to the failure of farm equipments at modern poultry houses. It is also called as water imbalance or wet manure. Now I will start. First of all, introduction. Laying hens are mainly affected, but it can also affect other species. The most common consequence of water imbalance is wet manure, which is problematic in modern poultry houses. Wet manure is most commonly associated with elevated levels of sodium and potassium in the diet. When high salt level is suspected, then we should go for both sodium and chlorine assay levels independently. Sodium level in ration should not be more than 0.15 to 0.2% of diet. Barley, molasses and soybean meal are the ingredients that are involved in high water intake. When the use of barley is economically important and there is a problem of wet manure, then we should use synthetically beta-glucanase enzyme. Laying hens seem to produce a wetter manure, and especially under hot weather conditions when high calcium layer diets are introduced 2 to 3 weeks prior to maturity. Wet manure due to high calcium intake can be prevented by the use of appropriate pre-lay diets that contain intermediate levels of calcium, just like 2%. Causes of wet manure are water imbalance, high salt levels, high sodium and chlorine level. It commonly occurs due to failure of farm equipments. Wet manure can also be due to high levels of calcium in the diet. Occurrence and general signs. Due to different environmental stresses, excessive drinking of water occurs, while dehydration occurs due to mechanical failure of water supply. Excessive water intake results in increased manure water content, and this can lead to problems of manure handling, odor, fly control, and dirty eggshells. There will be normally 75% moisture in the manure, but it can create dramatic effects on handling of manure. Environmental temperature, diet composition, feed texture, and drinker design are all known to influence water consumption by the poultry. Normal water metabolism. Water represents about 70% of total body weight. It is bifurcated into two parts, 30% extracellular and 70% intracellular. Next, extracellular fluid is bifurcated into two, 20% plasma and 75% interstitial cells space. Water dynamics and equilibrium within and between these compartments is maintained by water balance and metabolism. Factors affecting water intake. Water intake increases with age, but consumption with per unit weight decreases. For growing pullets, water intake at week first of age decreases at the rate of 0.45 gram per gram and 0.13 gram per gram till the age of 16 week. Water intake is closely related to feed intake because factors that are affecting the feed intake are indirectly affecting the water consumption. For example, addition of molasses in the ration increases the consumption of water. Water consumption is also affected by the differences in environmental temperatures. For example, laying hens housed at 31 degrees centigrade will consume twice of water than the hens reared at 15 degrees centigrade. It was stated that during stress, water consumption increases 6% of body weight. Visual assumptions to explain water and temperature relationship are here. Stimulation of water intake at high temperatures due to local dryness of oropharyngeal receptors, systemic dehydration, and alteration in brain temperature. Dietary water. Ingredients used in poultry feeds commonly contains 5 to 15% of water, but the finished ration contains 10 to 11% moisture. Metabolic water. Byproducts of different metabolites produce water during metabolism. During oxidation of fat, carbohydrates, and proteins, different amounts of water are produced. Here we can see by the oxidation of 1 gram of fat, there will be the production of 1.18 gram of water, and at oxidation of 1 gram of protein, there will be the production of 0.5 gram of water. For carbohydrates, when there is oxidation of 1 gram of carbohydrates, there will be the production of 0.6 gram of water. By per kilocalorie energy intake, 0.135 gram of water is produced. So a pullet consuming 300 kilocalorie energy per day will produce 40 gram of water, which represents 15% of water intake by the bird that enters in the body pool. Water output. Water output is in the following shapes: excreta and evaporative loss. Excreta. Water intake affects the quantities of excreted water in urine and excreta. Broiler excreta contains 60 to 70% moisture. Laying hens excreta contains up to 80% moisture. Dicker and Haslam stated that laying hens produce about 12% of per kg body weight. Two types of urine are produced. Fraction of low concentration produced following eating and drinking corresponding to an elevated glomerular filtration rate, and another urine fraction of high osmolarity occurring when kidney filtration rate is low, because the lining of the coprodium and uridium as well as the rectum are suited to water resorption. Water resorption will occur and will be of the order of 25 to 30 ml per day for the adult foal, as long as urine is hypotonic to extracellular fluid. Evaporative loss. In fowl, temperature is controlled by 4 physical routes. One of them is evaporation. 1 gram of water needs 575 calories of energy to evaporate. Evaporative loss takes place through body surface and respiratory tract. Bird has no sweat glands, so evaporative loss through the skin is limited. So most of evaporation takes place through respiration. Inspired air is saturated with water vapors. Normal water balance. The concentration of water in intracellular and extracellular compartments is the same relative to osmotically active electrolytes, and a net shifting of water only occurs when an imbalance in osmolarity between two compartments occurs. Changes in osmolarity may be due to the loss of either water or electrolytes. Fluid transfer from the capillary to the extracellular fluid will only occurs when the hydrostatic pressure in the former is greater than the osmotic pressure of the extracellular fluid. Other causes of water imbalance. Water imbalance is caused by dehydration and water temperature. Dehydration. Following are the causes of dehydration: reduced water intake or increased water output. Increases water output mostly occurs because it mostly occurs due to the increased input of water. 5-day water deprivation is mostly caused by the renal changes seen in the birds. Diarrhea is most common example of loss of water from the body. Dehydration. When the body loses water at the rate of exceeding intake, circulatory fluid volume is decreased, resulting in decreased hydrostatic and increased osmotic pressure. This depletion compensated by movement of extracellular fluid into the plasma. Acidosis often develops in case of diarrhea due to the loss of alkaline digestive secretions. It has already been noted that feed and water intake are closely related. Acidosis may contribute to hyperkalemia by stimulating kidney potassium resorption in exchange for hydrogen ions, thus elevating circulating levels of this element. Dehydration. Dangers of hyperkalemia to the myocardium. The administration of potassium containing fluids to the hydrated animal, for example with excessive diarrhea, is an potentially dangerous procedure. Drinking water is supplied ad libitum in poultry units, so there is less chance of dehydration to occur. Barrow stated that under complete water deprivation, laying hens can survive for 8 days and non-laying hens can survive for 15 days. Whatever the reason for dehydration in the birds, the intercellular and extracellular fluids and plasma to some extent share the water deficiency. Depending on the severity of water deficiency, circulation is affected, resulting in increased body temperature and metabolic acidosis. In extreme cases, subsequent death is often a result of bradycardia, circulatory failure, toxemia, damage to nervous system or cardiac failure in case of hyperkalemia. Water temperature. Often birds drink more water at high environmental temperature so to meet the demands of evaporative cooling. Birds mostly drink less water as the temperature of water increases. Birds are able to differentiate the temperature that differs in 2 degrees centigrade. It indicates that addition of salt in stress birds improve their performance. During high environmental temperatures, consumption of cold water is increased in the birds. Consumption of cold water also increases the energy requirement of the birds because the temperature of such water needs to be increased to the body temperature that requires energy. When birds will drink cold water, it will reduce the respiration rate from 130 to 40 respirations per minute. While the animals drinking hot water will increase respiration rate from 130 to 180 respirations per minute. At high environmental temperatures, the respiratory rate of poultry increases due to the significance of evaporative loss from the respiratory tract, and this eventually leads to a reduced carbon dioxide concentration in the blood. Respiratory alkalosis results from thermic hyperventilation, may reduce eggshell quality due to the role of plasma bicarbonates in eggshell formation and its dependence on plasma acid-base equilibrium. Problems with wet manure: diet composition, pre-lay calcium, general health status, and water restriction. Diet composition. Diet composition have great effect on manure water content. Most suspect is salt. As salt in the ration increases, the water content increases in the manure due to increase of sodium content. Other minerals that can increase water content in the manure are potassium and magnesium. Dietary composition. Potassium levels are high in the soybean and molasses, so the level of these ingredients may be adjusted when wet manure is problematic. Here we can see in the table that as the salt level in diet increases, there will be increase in the moisture of the litter. Effect of non-nutritive substances on wet manure. Birds fed barley or rye usually produce wetter manure, and this is accompanied by increased stickiness of droppings. In large parts, these problems related to beta-glucan content of these cereals, and so addition of synthetic beta-glucanase enzyme can be used to correct these problems. Effect of dietary protein levels. High levels of crude protein necessitate increased excretion of uric acid, and so urine flow is increased. Here we can see that as the level of proteins in the diet increases, there will be the high level of excretion of nitrogen per gram per bird in the excreta, and there will be high moisture level as the protein level increases. To excrete more crude protein portions of diet, the birds will excrete more water, so there will be the problem of water imbalance. Pre-lag calcium. Higher levels of calcium are to leghorn before maturity because high level is needed to be deposited in medullary bone prior to production. 3.4 to 4% of calcium is needed or added in hen's diet 4 weeks before the production starts. More calcium is retained when there is high level of calcium in the diets, although these amounts of calcium are detrimental for water excretion. High amount of water is required in egg formation. Effect of pre-lag calcium on excreta. Here we can see that as the level of calcium increases, there will be increase in the moisture in the excreta. From the given figures, it is now clear that high levels of calcium have high effect on water output near to maturity. However, these same birds continue to produce better manure even though all the birds were fed 4% calcium throughout the laying period. General health status. Infectious disease can also affect water balance like coccidiosis, infectious bronchitis. Birds infected with coccidia often exhibit net loss of water in the duodenum and mid-lower jejunum. In infectious bronchitis, increased water loss likely relates to increased urinary sodium loss due to associated nephritis. Potential treatment and prevention. Dehydration. Dehydration should occur only in results of mechanical failure. When the pullets are shifted, mostly birds' water intake reduces and it becomes dehydrated. It may be due to shifting of birds from cup or bell drinkers to the nipple drinkers. Electrolyte therapy is done for treatment if dehydration has occurred, but electrolyte therapy should not be done in excess because its imbalance is itself a problem creating situation for the flock. As a thumb rule, treatment should be done 50% of total electrolyte requirements per day per bird, like sodium and potassium requirements. Analysis of feed for sodium and potassium should be done. Sodium and potassium levels of water should also be analyzed. Sodium and potassium in the ration should not be more than 0.15 to 0.2%. Ingredients that cause wet manure. Barley, molasses, and wheat to a lesser extent. Soybean contains high levels of potassium, and crumbled feed produce wet manure than maize feed. In hot weather, low calcium diets should be preferred than high calcium diets prior 2 to 3 weeks of maturity.